saying you can't hear me. Oh, maybe you can hear me now. What just happened? Yes, I think you can hear me now. That was weird. I didn't even change mic, and for some reason you couldn't hear me. But hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. We're going to be doing some more Industria today. And let's turn my camera on as well. There you go, now you can see me too. And we can get rid of this. Okay, so hello everyone. Hello Lime, hello Jim Slip, hello Super Z, I guess is how you would pronounce that. And hello Mickey, and hello Mind Data Pack. Welcome to the stream. Neoforge is not really something on my plans, at least not for the foreseeable future. But maybe if something changes, then maybe, but probably not, because I think Fabric is kind of perfectly fine for me anyways, and hopefully for most people soon, which I will get into at some point. But yes, hello everybody. So what we're going to be doing today is working on Industria, which if you are new here, Industria is my tech mod that I am working on for Fabric 1.21.3. So I will briefly, I guess, go through everything we have here. So luckily I already laid it out because I did this in the previous stream. But we have a combustion generator, which, as you can guess, coal, wood, whatever, gets energy. Alloy furnace, basic stuff, iron, coal, make steel, whatever. Crusher, I'm going to rework this at some point to make it like a multi-block. Maybe we'll do that in this stream. Probably not, though. We'll see. And thermal generator, which just takes lava. We need to fix that. We could probably do that in this stream. I think that's probably a 10-minute job to fix that. Cables, you know, lovely cables. Whatever. What else do we have? Is there anything else? Yes, we have batteries, which obviously store power. And there's multiple tiers of batteries. So you go basic and then what is it? Advanced, elite. Yeah. I'm probably going to rename those at some point though, because it's kind of cringe name. Not a fan of that. How did you make cables? Well, the cables are actually quite interesting. The way I do it is not the way you are meant to do it, and at some point I will have to rewrite it. Effectively, what it does is, actually I don't remember, but I remember it was not very good. We can have a quick look because it should be it was a fairly simple way that I did it. But I think what it does is every time it wants to transfer power, it actually searches the whole network, I believe. Yes, it does, which is obviously not how you're meant to do it. Ideally, you would like cache the entire cable network, and then, yeah, but the problem with that is obviously you have to handle splitting and merging, which is quite complicated. Hello, Wide, welcome to the stream. So yeah, that's cables, that's all of those things. We also have the wind turbines, which, as you can guess, you know, generate energy based on wind, or well, fake wind really. We have solar panels, which you can guess use solar. Not much to say about that. And what else is kind of important? Get onto those. Yep, that's it. So after that we have the seismic scanner, which you can use to search for crude oil pockets, and then when you find one you can compare them. Obviously this is a little bit of a work in progress. Then once you've found one, you can put a drill above it, which is invisible, and I need to fix that. I actually fixed that on my laptop. I guess I just got to push it. But effectively You place down the drill above your fluid pocket. You put in a head, which for now we only have a simple drill head, but in this stream we're going to create a more complex drill head so that we can do more complex things. And then you can start, which you do like that, and it drills down effectively. I mean, say about this really. It will just drill down all the way until it either reaches water or it reaches the bottom of the world. And we can also supply the different mode that it will use here. So currently this is just voiding. So if this overflows, if this storage becomes full, then it will void the items. So you'll see now it's probably voiding stuff. However, if I put it on like pause, then it would just stop. Hypothetically, I haven't actually tested this. I assume it has stopped. Maybe not. It's quite possible that doesn't actually work. Yes, that seems to have not worked. Lovely. I will fix that at some point then. That's good to know. And then it also has the spillage, which should hypothetically spawn items above it, but that doesn't seem to be working either, which is good to know. So I will have to fix that. I'm not sure why that's not working. And then we also have just a retract button. Bring it back up. Takes a while. And then we also have another slot in here, as you can see, which is for the motor grab. I don't know why tooltips are being a bit funky. They're being a bit weird. So you can place the motor down normally and you can give it a RPM. Currently this one's just set to 60, but so that's using like 600 RF a tick, I think. But I can put it in here and you'll see that adds the motor to this as well. Which maybe we'll do that in this stream, actually. Maybe we'll do this first. We'll get this motor working on here. Well, we'll do that first, actually. That'll be the first thing we do then. And that's pretty much... Oh, of course, the big thing. The pump jack. So you place this above the drill hole, wherever the drill hole was. And then you can put like a gas tap here. You can tap out gas or oil and whatever. But that's a future thing. We haven't quite got to that part yet. So that's basically everything for anyone new or anyone who's forgot, I guess. So yes, what we're going to do is we are going to get this to spin. So we'll do that first. I should definitely put my phone on silent. There we go. Okay, so let's do that. This should be quite simple, I believe. The problem, however, is that this is not powered. There's no way to currently power the drill. And also, the drill can still start without having a motor, which isn't ideal. So we kind of need to do those two things first. So let's go into the drill. And I'm gonna close Minecraft for now. Well, actually, I will just hide it. So there you go, because we don't need it for now. Wide, I literally just said what I'm doing. Were you not listening? I'm guessing you weren't listening. I literally just said what we were doing. Anyways, so let's go into the tick. Where's tick? This class is getting quite big already. How many lines is it? 350. Damn, we're not even remotely done yet. Okay, that's good to know. So tick method. I've just gone past it. Here it is. So we basically need to say if is drilling, then it updates the drill. So what we should probably do is only run either of these if it has power. I don't think I actually have an energy storage yet, though. I do not. So we'll need to create energy storage for that. And then we're also going to need to create we need to check if there's a motor. If there's not a motor, then eventually I'll have some kind of hand crank, But for now, if there's not a motor, then it's just not going to work. So how are we going to do this? We're going to need to say, let's just say if get motor inventory, and we'll just check if it's empty. So if it's empty, all I'm going to do is return, which hypothetically means that this would just not do anything. And then what we can do actually is, I want to come to my getters. Go. Let's create a boolean. Let's go here. Sure. Public boolean, and I'm just going to call this as motor, and we'll do that. Sure. And I'm going to use this instead. And the reason is because then we can also come into the screen and basically set the button's enabled state to depend on whether or not it has the motor. So if we come into the we're going to go into the Rails screen. There we go. Hello, Anders. Welcome to the stream. And hello, Romeo. I don't think I said welcome, but welcome to the stream. So how are we going to do this? My idea is that we just have tick logic for this, I guess. So yes, here we go. Handled screen tick is kind of what I was thinking. Does this do anything by default? No, it does not. That's good to know. Also, I should decompile so that we have some sources. I'll leave the super. Sure, we'll leave the super. All I'm going to say is this dot. Okay, no, let's do this. Let's say a boolean has motor is equal this dot handler dot get block entity has motor. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this dot drill button. These aren't fields. Okay, well, these need to be fields. So let's create a private button widget drill button, and then also a retract button like that. And then we'll just set these in here. So this dot drill button is equal that, and this dot retract button is equal that. And then all we need to do is if this dot drill button is not equal null, then this dot drill button dot there's no like enabled, it is actually active. Okay, and we're not going to do that. And we're going to say if this dot retract button is not equal null, then we're going to do the same thing. There we go. And hypothetically, that should mean if there's not a motor, then this just won't have those buttons be active. Yeah, we can leave the overflow button because that's not really related. There doesn't really need to be a drill to change the setting. We could try and fix the overflow thing real quick. I don't know why that's not working. Here we go. So where is the overflow code? Overflow stacks, replace all, add stack. I think that's fine. I was more looking for the actual code that runs when it tries to overflow. Unless I'm completely missing that. Ah, here it is. Handle block break. So it grabs the drops. It gets the output. And if it's void, it just breaks. So that's fine because it basically just continues. If the drops is not empty, then this dot drilling should be false. I think what's happening here is that it's not actually updating after it sets drilling to false. So I should really just do update like that. This didn't work though, did it? I don't think spillage worked. We can try this again real quick. So I'm gonna go up here actually. The reason is because there's lots more blocks that it will have to. I think that's probably a better way to test. Put that there. Put this in there. I'm gonna change this village, and I'm just gonna. Okay. So let's look in the inventory. Okay. And hypothetically, it should start spawning items if it gets full. Okay, so now we wait and see if at some point it starts spawning items. Let's just check actually. So YPOS +2, that's fine. That should be this block up here, in the middle there. And when it reaches deep slate, it should start spawning. Although it also might not be. We'll go and have a look real quick and see where it's currently at. Good. Yep, it is in deep slate. Huh. But it's not spawning any items, is it? Oh, yes, you can't see the game. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. Okay, yeah, I completely forgot you can't see the game. That obviously helps if you could see the game. The point is it didn't work. So what I just did doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna have to run it again so that I can test the debugging in here. And Vine Flower failed. Lovely. Love it when it does that. Okay, we'll try this again anyways then. So I'm gonna plonk it there. I'm gonna change it to spillage, and then I'm gonna put the head in, and then I'm gonna press start. And oh no, that's happening way too soon. We'll debug that in a second then. Oh, my mouse is frozen. Love when it does this. I literally cannot move my mouse. Possibly I'll try to turn that. Nope, that was already off. I actually can't move my mouse. I'm not even joking. It's just stuck. Oh, there we go. We're good. That was weird. So we're going to wait until this fills up, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to plonk a breakpoint in here. And we'll see what it tries to do. Assuming it does actually fill up. It would be quite problematic if it doesn't. There you go, coal. Come on. One more that's not deep slate. That's all we need. One more block. Copper. There you go. That'll do. So here we have reached this. Okay. So question, what is the drop? Andesite. Okay. If the drop is not empty, then it should spawn it at the world. What? Why is it here? What? Wait, what just happened? Why is it here? Wait, what? I'm actually so confused. What just happened? Oh, it's probably because... Yeah. Because I changed some stuff, didn't I? And it hasn't hot swapped. So the source is different. Okay. But is it not actually going to spawn anything? It's not. Okay, we'll have to restart the game then. For this to work. So we'll try that. And then that means we can also test whether or not it has a motor. And then I'm kind of hesitant to do the energy storage right now, because the problem with that is it means we have to have a way to be able to connect energy to a multi-block. And currently I don't have a way of doing that. Yeah. The only way I can see of doing that is by in here where you register the lookup stuff. Maybe I could register them for the multi-block, block, but the problem I think we would have with that, you also can't hear game sound. I should turn that on. The problem with that is I don't know how often it like calls this method. Is this just, I guess, every time it's called? If it is, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, look, that's fine now. So now it doesn't have a motor. Those buttons aren't pressed. However, I am noticing that it's still running, I guess, because I didn't set this .drilling to... Oh. Wait, this is the wrong way around. Okay, I don't want to do an update, though, because that would mean it updates every single tick that it doesn't have a motor, which is incredibly unnecessary. I guess I would just have some kind of temp system. I'll just store it temporarily. So I'll say current drilling, and then I'll say current retracting, and basically if they're not yes, it's short, that will work, and then it updates basically if either of these were true previously. Sure, that's fine. That will work. So if I hot swap that, okay, and then hypothetically, yes, that's worked, because now I can see the drill head again. So let's go ahead and put a motor in here so we can actually test this properly. I need to also fix the item. Look, there's no tooltip on this item right here. Is that a vanilla bug? Oh, look, it's back. There was no tooltip on that for a solid second. I don't know how I did that. Oh, there you go. Oh, maybe, it's because I had the drill selected, because the drill's invisible, so it's hard to tell when I actually have the drill in my mouse, but I have it right now. There you go. Yeah, I see. Okay, I thought that was a bug. That's just jank. If I put that in there, there you go. Now these buttons are enabled. If I take it out, they're disabled. Enabled, disabled, enabled, disabled. Nice. So let's start drilling again. And let's see. If I go here. It's probably reached the bottom of the world, hasn't it? I assume it's reached the bottom of the world. We can have a quick look. Yes, it has. It has actually dropped the items, though. It has dropped the items. Huh. Well, that is mighty interesting. But where did it drop them then? I guess it just dropped them at the wrong place. Maybe I need to do like 2.5. That kind of makes sense, I guess, if it's 2.5. I also need to fix those slots because they're a bit janky, but we can do that. We'll put the drill down there. Sure, doesn't really matter. Put that in there, put that in there, and we'll go spillage, and then we'll start. Oh, and I need to remove the breakpoint. And I've broken it again. There you go. Okay, this one should fairly quickly fill up because that's gone for a lot of blocks already. We'll go and have a look. Yeah, that's almost filled already. So it's only got to break one more, and then after that it has to break one more. It's reached andesite, so probably when it reaches deep slate it will start throwing the items out. I still can't see any though, and I'm pretty sure it should have reached deep slate by now. Let's breakpoint that again. Here we go. So the drop is cobbled deep slate. If the drop is not empty, which it should not be empty, then it's going to spawn it at pos.x, pos.y plus 2.5, pos.z. Oh, because it's spawning it at the pos, and the pos is the break pos, not this dot pos. I need to use this dot pos. That's why. That's definitely why. So if I run that now, and that's broken again, there you go. Now it starts spawning them in the right place. That's still actually slightly wrong. I think it needs to be 3.5. There you go. And if I go pause, it should stop. It should have stopped, hypothetically. Should we have a look? We're going to have a look. I think it will have. It has not. Right. So if drops is not empty. Oops, I accidentally screenshot. That's not what I meant to do. So if the drops is not empty, this dot drilling is equal false, and then it updates. And then I guess it should also return. Well, no, it shouldn't return because it does actually need to break the block here. So why doesn't pause work then? So drilling is equal false. Let's also set this dot retracting to we could set it to true, I guess. No, I think we do. I think we want it to just pause, to be honest. So retracting will be false too, and then that just doesn't update. I mean, that should be fine. Also, what I will quickly do whilst I'm here is I will check if this is instance of a server world. And that's just so that I can do that there. No? Oh. Not instance of server world. There you go. So, yeah, that will just clean that up a little bit. I don't know. I guess we can see what it does, I guess. I'll run this again. We are on pause. Oh, is it retracting? No, it's going back down. That's not what we want. So I will. The problem is there's not actually any way to stop it. I guess I can do that. That. Try this again. I want to see. That. Wait, what? This should only run if the. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Oh, but the drop should be empty. Oh, what I should do is I should say this dot drops. Not this dot drops, just drops. But remove if the stack is empty, because otherwise that's just gonna run these no matter what. It obviously isn't ideal. So I just press play there. Basically, we're going to see what it does if it reaches here. No, here. We're just going to wait for it to fill up again. What we could actually do is say tick rate for like 100. Since it's going to hit the breakpoint anyways. Here we go. So we've hit gravel. The drilling will be set to false. Why are we here? Wait, why are we here? I set drilling to false. Drilling false. Retracting false. Okay. So it must be the tick method. It must be because of this. Right? So what I need to do actually is I think I do need to return. Or no, what I need to do is I need to add these stacks to the overflow inventory. So in this circumstance, what I need to do is I need to do that. Yes. Yeah. So let's do that. And if I run that again, I think that will now have stopped. I believe. Oh, it's reached the bottom anyways. Lovely. Not helpful. Not helpful because it was going too fast. Okay, we're gonna try again. Do I have the drill? I have the drill. So, drill head, motor. We're gonna go pause, and then we're gonna press start. And we're gonna see what happens when it reaches here. Okay, so drilling. Why is it jumping to here? I don't know why it's doing that. But hypothetically, the overflow stacks should have some items now. They do not. Why do they not? That's jank. Hello? Why? So, drilling will be set to false. Retracting will be set to false. Overflow stacks will add the drops. And the drops is what? 1 andesite. So there's no reason why overflow stacks should not just have 1 andesite after this. But for some reason it's jumping to here, and I have no idea why. Is it not hot swapped? Pretty sure I pressed hot swap. Wait, why is it jumping to there? What is happening? Okay, it's being very weird, but has that worked? So now it does have overflow stacks. So if I press play, yes, because it hasn't reached the breakpoint again. So if I go down here, and yes, you can see it has just stopped. So we go back up again. And we take something out, like whatever. I'll remove the breakpoint for now. I can't It's annoying because I can't quick move. But there you go, that's worked. Nice. Okay, that's working now. So that's kind of all I wanted to do with that. I think let's add some more drill heads. Or should we let's get the animation working it. I said I was going to do that. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, I pressed step out? Oh, I probably did, didn't I? Oh, but step out is this one. How did I manage that? I must really be going crazy, huh? Okay, let's turn Minecraft off. Actually, I don't know why I turned Minecraft off, because we're going to need to run it again. So let's run it again. Hello, Basti. Welcome to the stream. And let's do some rendering. Yippee! Or really just math, actually. This is going to be math. So we're going to find where the motor is drawn, first of all, which is here. And let's go ahead and do that. Yes, perfect timing for you to join. I agree. This actually shouldn't be too bad. So we're not like actually doing really any math here. Or at least hopefully we're not. We might be, but I don't think we are. So dual motor parts, which will just grab us the motor parts, and then what we can do is we can grab the, so we have the rod, and then we also have the gear, and then we also have the connecting gear. So if we quickly go into the game here, we can look at what each of these actually is, or at least it'll be easier to see what they actually are. Hello, Windows, you're gonna let me, there you go. So the spin rod is this part right here. The rod gear is going to be like this box right there, and then the connecting gear is going to be that one there. And then we also need to rotate obviously this bar and this wheel accordingly. So let's first figure out what the rotation is actually going to be. So the rotation is just going to be, I guess, we can just use an arbitrary number for now, I suppose. So let's do this. Let's grab the spin rod, and let's say the pitch is not going to be the motor pitch. And what we are going to want to do actually is quickly just store the prev motor pitch. We'll actually call this the prev spin rod, because we're going to need to store this for all of them. So what we'll do is we'll say entity. Yeah, for now we're just going to have to set this to some arbitrary value, because we don't have a way to control the speed of the motor as of yet. So I'm going to do like something like 0.1. Sure. And then all I have to do after here is set the pitch to be the previous one, which means that won't change for the next one. The caveat is that that's always actually just going to be 0.1 because it's not stored in the block entity. So as a matter of fact, we're going to have to restart the game anyways. Yes, if the motor runs faster, then it does indeed consume more energy. So let's create some client stuff in here. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to create a float, and I'm going to call this the spin rod pitch. Like that. And I'm just going to create a... I'll make it public. Sure, it doesn't really matter. that's fine. And then all I can do is set it to entity.spinrodPitch plus equals 0.1, like that. Okay, and then what we can do is effectively do the same for the rod gear, or whatever it was called. So I can say float. What was it actually called? Parts dot rod gear. It was actually rod gear. Terrible name. But sure, we'll call it that. It's equal parts dot rod gear dot pitch, and then we're also going to want the connecting gear, which is going to be the connecting gear dot pitch. And then what we could actually do very quickly here is just say this also needs to depend on whether it's drilling, actually. Okay, we'll say entity.isDrilling, then we're going to say 0.1. Else, if the entity is retracting, then I'm going to say 0.1, negative 0.1. Else, we're just going to say 0. And then what we can do is effectively copy that. So parts dot rod gear dot pitch is going to be equal to the spin rod pitch, and then the connecting gear will be the same, I think. I believe. And then we just revert these there. And let's rename this. Let's just call this the motor rotation. And I'll actually call this the client motor rotation, just so we know that's client only. And then we can restart the game, I believe. Yeah, I think so. So we'll restart. And hypothetically, if I have done this right, which there's a reasonable chance I have not done this right, but if I have done this right, then this should work. And then, yeah, eventually we'll have to have a way to configure the motor so we can increase or decrease the RPM. But for now, that's not really possible. Out of the way. Okay, so currently nothing's happening, but if I start drilling, well, it's working. Just doesn't seem to have the correct pivot point set, which would help. It would help drastically to have the correct pivot point set. So let's go into Blockbench. And we can open the drill motor model. There we go. And all we should need... I thought I already set the pivot points of these, but I guess I didn't. If I grab the spin rod and I look at the pivot... Yeah, the pivot's down there. That's completely incorrect. Why is that not centering? Why does it think that's the middle? Huh. That's weird. Sure. I'll do it myself then. But I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. And this probably isn't gonna be exactly the middle. But it doesn't really matter, I don't think. The only thing is, I do want it to be... I don't think that's the middle, though. But the problem is, the actual rod isn't exactly at, like, a 0 point or anything. Like, it's not an integer, it's just... yeah, it isn't very helpful, really. Sure, it's not going to be perfect then. I mean, I can guess do like this to get it at least a little bit more centered. It's going to be hard to get it perfectly centered because of the numbers, but that should be okay. The rod gear is what? So that's this one, but why is the pivot there? Oh, this is the... oh, right. Sure. That's fine then, I guess. And then this one is in the middle there. So that's fine. So if I now go ahead and save this, and then I can also export as a Java entity. And I'm just going to call this number 2, so I don't overwrite it. And then we're going to go into model. And I am just going to copy these parts right here. Because everything else will be exactly the same. So I can come into here. And into here. Paste. And hypothetically, I can also hot swap that because it's just in the constructor. And so if we go back into the game and we reload. No, not really. I think the issue is because... wait, what is the spin? Oh, the spin rod is the whole part, right? I guess I don't actually want to spin the spin rod, do I? I only want to actually spin the gear. So I can actually just move this down to here. And get rid of this. Get rid of this. And I can set this to be the parts.rodgear.pitch. Like that. I believe. I don't see why not. Yes. I mean, it's not perfect because they're obviously squares. But I think that's pretty good. When it should have a texture, it might look a little bit better. Or if it was a custom model even, but I think that's a little out of my wheelhouse. But that's fine, I think. So now the only thing is to get this rod here to spin, and then to get this wheel to spin, which should be... oh, the second gear should spin in the opposite direction. Oh, yes, that's right. If I do that, I think that'll fix that, won't it? Oh, it didn't like that. Oh, it did not like that at all. Or something else happened? What's happened? So if it's drilling, then it's 0.1. Else, if it's retracting, then it's negative 0.1. What's happening? Is that spinning in the opposite direction? I actually can't even tell. I think it is. Although, this is spinning the wrong way, isn't it? I think. Also, what I should do, actually, is I should say if it's not drilling and it's not retracting, then it just sets it to 0. Like that. Yes, which will then reset that. Why is it not retracting right now? It is retracting. So why is it not spinning then? So the motor inventory is not empty, which it's not. Then what is happening? Am I crazy? There's no reason why it shouldn't be retracting right now. So should it be equal to negative 0.1? Look at entity here. Let's look at retracting. Oh, retracting is false. That's interesting. In that case, I guess what's happening is retracting, it's not updating. After it's being set to retract, it's not actually updating that it started retracting. So update drill, I think it is. If I go to implementations, yeah, the thing is, when I set retracting to true, I am then returning, but the drill offset should change, and so it should then sync. The only thing is, if it's not being synced, which would be very weird, it's not for some reason. Why? So is there not a Boolean type? Is it actually just byte? That's weird. Apparently that wasn't synced. That's good to know. Not even saved. Oh no, it was written. It just wasn't read. How weird. Oh, am I import somewhere? Yeah. Is that working now? Yes, that is working. And these are spinning the opposite direction, right? Yes, they are. So that's good. So now all we have to do is set this bar to be equal to the rotation of this connecting wheel there, which I think should be trivial. The only thing is the model is actually rendered after the motor. Before the motor, I mean. I guess I could do it the other way around, but I think that might cause an issue. We can try. We can try it. So we can say this dot model, and we can get the cable wheel, and we can set the pitch to be equal to entity.client motor rotation, or negative entity.client motor rotation. And then we just reset that. So if I grab the Prev cable pitch rotation and just set that there. Yes, kind of. If we also grab the one other thing we can grab is we also need to do the cable model, so we'll do that in a second. But we also need the actual the bar. I don't know what it's actually called in the model though. We'll have to have a look. Got the cable wheel there. It's probably one of these cubes, isn't it? So we'll reopen Blockbench real quick. We'll go to here. And hopefully it is actually in a group, because if it's not, that would be quite annoying. It's not. Lovely. Why did I decide to not put it in a group then? Move to group. There you go. No, group elements. And this is going to be the cable, wheel, rod. There we go. And then I'm just going to center that pivot point like that. And then the cable wheel question, is this? Yes, that's the whole thing. So that's fine. So if I can now go ahead and save that, I don't want to save the texture though. Can I just save the project? There we go. And then save the entity as well. I'm just gonna I kind of want to overwrite it actually. No, I'm not going to overwrite it. That's kind of dumb. We're not going to do that. I'm just going to grab all of these. Go. Take that. Delete that. We don't need that anymore. And put it in there. Like that. I should really format this, but I'm not going to do that right now. Instead, we're just going to set the rod. So let's go private, final, model part, and that's going to be the cable wheel rod. And that's just going to be set there. And we need to make a getter for that. Go. And then what we need to do in here is this dot model. We'll actually grab the previous as well. So previous cable wheel rod pitch. Here we go, and then we can do this, and then we can set that back there. And we'll have to restart the game to test this, but before we do that, I'm also going to do the wire, I guess, as well. So that is it this? I think it's this. So all we can say is, once again, grab the previous, so cable main, let's say previous. Oh, there you go. We can do that, and then all we have to do is set it there, and then reset it there. That should be fine. So hypothetically, with all of that working, if we restart the game again, we should be able to see that it works. Hopefully. And then if this works, that's great. And then we can start by adding more drill heads if this works. So we'll have to see. I mean, I think we are actually almost done with the drill. I will admit, I think we are almost done. Yeah, kind of the only thing left to do is to add the heads. And then I think also I need to work on the cable rendering a little bit. I've been trying to get this cable here to line up with the top of this, but it's been very hard to do. I've kind of got it to do it when it hasn't moved, but when you actually start it, well, now it's obviously not even going to remotely work. That's working now, isn't it? Just to confirm. I think so, yes. So somehow I need to get this wire to connect up to that wheel. I have no idea how I'm going to do that now. I was struggling to do it before. Yeah, that's going to be kind of complicated. Let's just do this, actually. Tick rate 20. It's spinning in the wrong direction? How? What do you mean? Also, why does it look like there's multiple of them? Is that just me going crazy, or does it actually look like there's multiple of them? I don't think it is spinning in the wrong direction, though. The gear is spinning right and the wheel is spinning left. Oh, you're right. Why? Negative entity motor client. Negative client motor rotation. The connecting gear is negative entity client rotation. Is that why? No. Why are they spinning different directions then? I'm probably doing something silly here. But they should be set to the same thing, unless they don't need to be opposites for some reason. Do I do that? Maybe? I don't think so. But I guess it could be. Apparently those don't need to be inverted then? But actually, I think this whole thing needs to be inverted, doesn't it? Because is this retracting right now, or is this going down? It's retracting, so let's check that it actually is going the right way to be retracted. It's very hard to tell which way it's rotating, you know. But I think that's going the right way, isn't it? So if I do that, does it switch? Yes, it does. So now it's going down. Okay, so that's fine then. So really, the only thing now is getting this wire or this cable to somehow connect up, or just not. I guess I could just not, because I have no idea how I'm gonna do that. I had enough trouble with the bloody with this thing, so I don't know I'm gonna be able to do that. I just need, what I need is I need this. You see how it comes like horizontally here? Let's come out of that's actually not very. Okay, you see how this comes out to here, right? If I just like stop this, right, sure, do that. We'll let it come back up. Is it coming? Here it comes. It's slow. I need to make it go a bit fast. Okay, so you see here, it connects up to this, right? It's actually not exactly in the right place, I've just realized, but good to know. But I need it to kind of stay connected when it's spinning. And the problem is this thing also scales as well. So like if what can I get rid of to show you that? I can get rid of this, because that won't rotate it. So if I do this, and then I will also get rid of this. Okay, if I do that, and then I start rotating, right? So I start drilling. See, that scales, right? And it's like kind of in the right place, but also this is very hard to tell. But it's like kind of in the right place, but also not really at all. so that's kind of the first issue. But more importantly, obviously, now that it rotates, so if I put this back in, obviously, yeah, yeah, it just needs to stay attached to one of the corners, really. I don't really know which corner, to be fair. I guess this one? Or should it actually be this one? Which makes more sense, I'm trying to think. This one, doesn't it? I think. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Shouldn't it spin around with the wheel? What do you mean? Like... Well, yeah, it basically needs to imitate that it's unraveling, right? So that's why it kind of scales down, because it's kind of pretending, I guess, that it's unraveling, so it scales down. But it also needs to rotate, because it needs to rotate. That kind of makes sense. And what I'll probably do at some point is also not draw just a line. I'll probably draw a quad across there or something. Because it looks very weird as a line. You make the wheel round? No. I cannot. Well, not really. I mean... Not really, yeah. Because... Well, it has to be Minecraft, bro. The closest I could do is like this. Which isn't really round, so I don't think that would really help you. But yeah, I don't know. Regardless, I don't think that's a thing for this stream. Because I think that's going to take way too long to figure out. So, kind of more importantly, also revert the text. More importantly, we're going to add more drill heads, because just a simple drill head isn't very useful. I will probably DM you after the stream, Patty. Maybe you can help me try to figure that out. It is all on GitHub though, so if you want to have a look in the meantime, you can do that. I might need to push it actually. Check. I don't think I do actually. Sure, I changed it a little bit, so I guess I'll push. And there we go. Not really a great commit name, but it will do. So I have pushed that to GitHub, so if you want to have a look, then you can do that. Or if anyone else wants to have a look, I guess, then there is the GitHub. So, let's add some more drill heads. Hopefully, I've made this simple enough that I can do it very easily. So, we're going to try. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go main, Java, and we're first going to register an item. That's kind of the step one. So, we'll add a public static final. And we're going to start, I think, with the fluid draining one. The problem is we don't actually have a fluid tank in the block end. I guess it could just void the fluid, but it doesn't really need to store it, does it? Not really. I'm going to create a fluid draining drill head item. That's quite long, but that will do. And I'm going to create that class item class, and we're going to just extend item, I think, and then I think it needs to implement drill headable, if I remember correctly. Okay, and then we're going to add the constructor as well. Now, in terms of update drill, I can basically just copy paste all of this, because that's not going to be any different. Drill white offset. What's wrong with drill white offset? Is that because this is current there? Most probably. I think so, yeah. I'm just gonna rename that. In here, I will just rename that. There we go. So the only thing I basically need to do is say, get rid of this. Or I guess it could drain it as it goes down. Sure, we'll make it drain it as it goes down. So if it's a fluid state, then all it's going to do is somehow track that. I guess the issue is this is going to be kind of useless because it's just going to get filled back up, isn't it? Like as soon as I take out the fluid, it's just gonna fill it back up. Like the fluid is just going to replace itself. So actually this isn't going to work, and this makes absolutely 0 sense. So I should probably just move on to the other one. Because I think that's useless. So in that case, let's make the other one. Let's create the... I don't really know what to call the other one. So the other one, what it does is as it comes back up, it places blocks, basically. So I don't really know what to call that. Can anyone think of a name for what you would call that? Maybe like maybe just like a placer drill head item, I guess, would be like fine, or maybe just a placing. I guess it could even be like just block placing, but I feel like that's really weird. For now, it's fine. If anyone thinks of a different name, please let me know. And I will probably adapt it because I'm not a huge fan of that one. But for now, that'll be fine. So we're going to once again extend item, and we're just going to implement drill head. Oh, add the settings, and then we're going to implement the methods. Update drill is going to be the same, so plunk that in there. Trench digger. Well, not really. I mean, it kind of like... I mean, trenches, if you're digging a trench, you don't really place stuff though, right? Like as you're building, well, I guess you could, because you might place like walls, right? I don't know. No, I think this will do for now. Until I come up with something, because I think trench very heavily implies that it's horizontal, not vertical. So I don't know, in that sense, I don't think it really makes sense. Yeah. Sure, it still needs that. So this is actually going to be exactly the same. I'm just going to call this the block placing. render data. This is actually probably just honestly put these in the actual drill render data class, shouldn't I? And then not make it an interface. Oh well. What's the default scale of cable main? I don't know. And you can't really you can grab it though. So if you go not Crusher, I don't know why I opened. If you go here, you can grab it. So you can just say float default cable default sure, default scale factor is just going to be equal to cable main dot scale, I guess. Technically, I guess you should grab that for the X, for the Y, and for the Z, because I guess technically they could be different. I mean, they're not different in the model, though. But yeah, sure, just grab, like, that, I guess. Just put... Okay, I'll give you the number. Sure, I'll give you the number. It might be inflated, though. Oh, it's 7 by 7, so the scale would be 7, basically. Yeah, that would be the... I think... Wait, I think so. Maybe? Wait, maybe you're right. If I just grab cable main dot x scale, here we go. If I print that. Oh yeah, you're right. It is just 1. Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, I don't know why. I don't know why I thought it wasn't that. Yeah, that makes sense. So it is just 1. Okay, I'm thinking maybe I just make this a class. Like, where am I using that? Because it's always going to have the rotation, no matter what. So I don't know why I don't just make it an abstract. Well, in fact, it doesn't even really need to be abstract. It could just be a default, really. So like that. And then what I can actually do in here is get rid of that completely. And then just return the default one. Okay. Go render data. And I can do the exact same here, because these two are just not going to have any extra data. I guess this is more of really a future-proof thing, because for now, it's not going to need anything. But oh well. I guess it could actually. It could like render... Well, no, not really. It is always just going to be those 2 floats. Ah well. It isn't really. So what we will do is we'll first of all close this. And then in update retracting, all we're going to do is we're going to say block builder drill. Yeah, that's probably better, actually. Sure. Block builder. Builder is better than placer. I agree, actually. Builder. Okay. So what we're going to do is, if it's retracting, unfortunately the position isn't passed into this, which is a little bit of a shame. But regardless, let's do an else. We're going to grab the position. So we're going to say block pos is equal block entity dot get pos dot down, and we're going to go down by the drill y offset. That needs to be in. And we're going to say if the pos dot fluid state, we need to get the actual block state, don't we? So block state, okay. And then if the state dot get fluid state, can the fluid state be null? Does anyone know if it can be null or not? The fluid state, it's not at nullable, so hopefully not. I'm going to try and decompile that again. So if the fluid state is empty, if it's not empty, really, then what we're going to do... Wait, no, why am I doing fluid states? What am I doing? What am I doing? If state... can I check if it's replaceable? Yes. Here we go. If the state is replaceable, then we're going to say it kind of needs to pass in some kind of data. Like, the drill head needs to know what block it's using, I guess. So I am actually going to get rid of this fluid check. Not really any reason to have that. So what I'm actually going to say then is I'm going to say else if the block entity dot get what am I going to call this? I'm going to call this the placeable block inventory. And I'm going to check if it's not empty. Okay. So then what I can do is I can grab basically the first item, right? So item stack, and I can't just get 0 because get 0 could be empty. I'm thinking maybe I have like 3 slots for this. Because how many is that? That's 3 times 64, so that should be enough, I think. So yeah, sure, we'll have 3 slots. So let's do this first, actually, then. So let's create another inventory. So let's create this.wrap inventory storage.add inventory. Gonna add a new predicate simple inventory. This gonna have 3 slots, and then the predicate is just gonna be stack slot, and we're gonna check if stack.item is instance of a block item. Block item. Well, yeah. And then we'll just say direction dot south. Sure, it doesn't really matter. We're not really worrying about that right now, because that's a little bit out of scope. Sure, south is fine. And then we need to put that down here, don't we? Where is it? God. Okay, well, we need it here. Are you on a lot, Basti? You should know this. Are you on a damn lot? I'm not even particularly tired. I just yawn a lot for some reason. Wait. I haven't registered these, have I? Drill. No, I haven't. I guess I don't really need to, though, because these are never actually going to be accessed. These inventories are always going to be, because it's the middle block. So the actual block entity, aka the block that's storing everything, you know, is this middle block right here. So none of these inventories are actually accessible anyways, so it doesn't need to be registered with a lookup API. Well, no, it doesn't. Because even when the multi-block blocks are going to be able to access it, they're going to know what type of block entity it is. So yeah, those won't need to use it either. So there's no point registering it for that. Now, why has Find Flower failed again, bruh? I'll try run it again, I guess. See what happens. It's quite rude, honestly. Right, it's failed again. Maybe it's because the game's running. It's probably because the game's running. So let's add this to the actual menu first. So where am I going to put this? I'm kind of running out of space. I guess it doesn't really matter because kind of where everything in this GUI is quite temporary right now. Oh. Okay. I'm just going to put it up here, I think, is fine. Sure. That should be fine. So I will go paint.net. Okay, so there's nothing I can show in my recent. My recent is actually fine. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to literally put it there. That's a really bad idea. What I could do actually, and this is going to look a bit weird. What I could do is I could actually color each of these. At least for now, of course, not forever. I could do something like this. Probably not quite that vibrant. I'll make that like orange. And then I don't really know what colors to use, but something like that. And then draw blue. Even the opacities aren't going to be the same, but who cares, right? Sure, I'll make this one blue as well. And then there's just a little bit more distinctive, I guess. So if I save that, we need to go. So even if I actually build this now, which I'm not sure that's going to work, but we'll see. It should be able to hot swap some of it. Maybe. Did it hot swap the resources? Maybe. That'd be nice. It didn't. Makes sense. Yeah. Okay, let's fix this then, I guess. So how am I going to get the first available stack? Is there a method for this, or do I have to actually just do it myself? I think I probably have to do it myself. Okay. Inventory. And then we'll say item stack. And then we're just going to basically find the first one. So what does that do? Buy an inventory, get the stack. If the stack is not empty, then we do this. Can you do that? Can. Get block from item. How does it determine that? Interesting. That would work too, I guess, if I used this and then did a null check. But anyways, we're not doing that. Remove stack 1. Sure, that's fine. So in that case, I don't even really need to have this. I can just do. Sure, so that will loop over the inventory. That's fine. Yeah, what I should do though is I should say block, and then check if the block is not. So if block is how can I do that? If block is equal blocks dot not a fan of that actually. Block tags and then can I just do block dot is tag hello tag? Do I have to do it like this? Is in bit weird, but sure. If it's air, then it continues. Sure. There we go. So then all I can do, I actually need the state, so I might as well grab the state as a thing. There is get default state dot is air. Oh, there is, isn't there? What does this actually do to determine that though? Oh, it just uses the settings? Why though? I didn't know there was even a setting for setting it to air. Is there actually? I feel like I would have seen that before. Setting. Air. Oh. Why? Why is that a thing? Is that actually called for any block that's not air though? Oh, I can't do that because I don't have my sources. This is why I need my sources. Oh well. Ah well. We'll just do that. And then I will actually set block and update. Set block. Isn't there an update one? Or does this one update? This one updates. Okay. Good to know. I'm going to stop the game and I'm going to see if I can actually download the sources now. Or not. If this works. Because I would like my sources. I really would. There you go. That worked. So it was just because the game's running. So now I'm also going to do the same for client as well. It shouldn't have any misses, I don't think. It should all hit. Yeah. So, there you go. Now I've got my sources back. And now I can go into here and stuff and find you. Yeah, good. Good, lovely. So if it's replaceable, then it does that. If it's not replaceable, then it probably shouldn't move. Ah well. I don't want to have to fix that for the for the simple one as well. But now that's fine. I don't really care that much. Okay. So. That's fine. I don't know what you mean. Hello, Wide. Welcome back. We're adding a new drill head. Which we, I think, are about to test. We need to add the slot to the screen handler, though. Let's do that. Are we? Here we are. Let's grab the next one. So simple inventory. And this is the... What did we call it? I forgot. Placeable block inventory. Okay. Placeable block inventory. Check the size, which is 3, and then on open. And we'll pass that in here. And we'll pass it in here. And then we're going to add those slots. So we're going to do, actually we are actually going to do a for I loop as well. So we're going to say for I. We're going to say the index. We can actually say column, but it doesn't really matter. And we can say, we can actually just size, but that doesn't really make sense. And then we're going to add slot at the index. Inventory is valid. Index needs to be final. Lovely. Love it. So I'll make it final. So that should work, I think, if we do that. Uh, 116 plus index times 18. I don't think that's right, is it? Paint.net, please. So we're looking at this pixel right here, which is going to be 62, not 116. 62 plus index times 8. That should be fine, I think. The only other thing... No, that's it, isn't it? I believe so. I do need to register something, I think. Oh, I should really register a renderer for it, which I do in my Industria client. However, kind of can't. If I can even find where it is first. Yeah, see, I kind of need to do this. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing and do it for the block builder drill head. So it's going to have the exact same model, exact same texture for now, because it doesn't really matter. We can't do the client configuration, can we? No, we can't. Of course we can't. Thank you, IntelliJ. We'll try this. It should work. I don't see why it wouldn't, really. Unless I'm missing something crazy, which is possible, but hopefully not. Oh, hello. What is this? Not instance of, well, yeah, that's kind of redundant. Well, no, I guess we can keep that. Drill render data, there you go. That's fine. Try again. Oh, I was thinking. Oh, yes, I actually completely forgot about this. Music for stream music. Because we need stream music. I think I was going to try some stream music, but I wasn't sure if it would get the stream taken down. So there's only one way to find out. Oops, definitely not that one. That will definitely get the stream taken down. So I have a copyright-free playlist. I don't entirely trust that it's copyright-free, but we can try. Or I have a lo-fi play. Is lo-fi copyright-free? Does anyone know? I think it is, isn't it? We'll find out. It's copyright? Really? Damn, bro. I guess that's the benefit of streaming on Twitch, eh? Because Twitch doesn't care. Finding music is hard, man, because getting copyright free shit is not easy. I think there is a channel, right? What's it called? I think it's called there's like a streamer music channel, but I forgot what it's called. We could listen to Tommy Innett's playlist. Sure, we're gonna listen to Tommy Innett's playlist. That's way too loud. Sure. Is that too loud? No, I think that's fine. There you go. We'll listen to this now. This is gonna be the stream music from now on. I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay. So there we go. Our slots are added. Good, good. We can't select them though. Why not? Baseball slot inventory. Okay, I can't take this music seriously. Okay. Suns from Soundflare. What is that? I have no idea. I mean, okay. There aren't many options. It's kind of the and technically we can just listen to Minecraft music, right? I guess. Because Minecraft music's all fine. I don't have those, but we go. We'll go tube. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna stick with Minecraft music for now. So why is this not working? I don't know, is my answer. So that should have added 3 slots, basically. This is way too loud, isn't it? There we go. Oh, it's done the thing again. Oh, the Y position is wrong. I didn't even consider the Y position. It's kind of crazy. 17. There we go. Try that. Reload. There we go. So hypothetically, we should only be able to put blocks in here. So if we just try and put like what the hell has happened to the redstone torch? When did they do this? When did they change the redstone torch, bro? Am I crazy? When did they do this? This is yucky. I hate it. Have they changed the normal torch too? No, just the redstone torch. Bro, this is yucky. When did they do that, bro? I don't like it. Well, no, I don't like it. Anyways, I'm sidetracked. We need a non-block, like dried kelp. Nice, I can't put that in there. That's good. But I can put these in there. So if I now take the simple drill head out. Okay. And put in this one. Okay. And then start. We're going to watch it. As it comes up, and I'm probably actually just going to do tick rate 200. But a little bit faster. As it comes up, it should start placing blocks. Wait. I don't think that worked. So to get it running, you have to put a motor in and you have to put a drill head in the blue slot, which they're not blue in, but yeah, in the blue slot. I think it ran out of blocks actually. No, you've probably forked the right one. What did I want to do? Oh, yes, I wanted to add more blocks in because apparently it's too far. Wait, wasn't there a motor in this? Did I just take the motor out and somehow completely forget I did it? Or has the motor just disappeared? I don't know. Either way. We're gonna grab the head. Go. And this. Go. And I'm actually gonna... Well, I want the tick rate to be high as it goes down. So sure, we'll do that. And then I'm going to get ready to go tick rate 20. Probably about now. Yeah, there you go. So let's go and see if it's actually placing. It is not. Okay, I don't think we want this one. Not that one. Oh, this is the... I like this one. I like this soundtrack. It's a good one. Anyways. Let's look at... where am I? I'm lost. I'm lost. Item. Here we go. So, pause. Look and see, get pause, down. Your white offset. Sure. So let's do that and let's see what that says. Oh, I think it should be negative. There you go. It probably needs to be... What are you on about wide? We're quite far away from Christmas, you know. But there you go. So that now places blocks as it comes up. And if we come up to here, you can see it is actually taking them out. And hypothetically, if I put other stuff, like I don't know what it does with doors. Yeah, it's basically replacing them, deleting, because it can't place them. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, okay. I don't know what just happened. Oh, I also need to fix that, how it like to... Now that should be replacing fences. Yes, it is. So that's perfectly fine. And there you go. Oh, was I doing? Was I using this one? No, no, I was using this. I don't know how I went from this one to this one over here. Either way, that's worked. So the only thing now really is, I guess I need to get it to actually place a block that we want it to place. So we need some blocks that it can actually place. So what I will do is I will go into the block init and we'll register a new block. So I'm just going to register with item, I think. No, because the problem is it needs to take the properties. I should really just remove these two methods because I'm never going to use them, I don't think. I don't think I am. Because this is the one, yeah, this is the one that just uses create for the settings. So I'm probably never going to use that one. So honestly, I'm just going to yeet those two methods. Because I'm probably almost always going to want to just copy from an existing block anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a block, and I'm going to call this drill I don't really know what to call it. I'm gonna try Google something and see if it can give me what I'm looking for. Need a nice diagram that tells me what it's called. Okay, so it contains a sucker rod and tubing. So, oh, why didn't it go? Bro, it hasn't gone to the next video. This is just, yeah, this is the weird one, right? There you go. I'm gonna call it drill tube. Sure. That will do for now. And this is honestly going to be a normal block for now. And this needs to register with item. And I'm going to use like terracotta, because it's kind of like well, it's more of a cement, I guess, but obviously there isn't really a cement block. Maybe like concrete, I guess. Sure, concrete will do. I'll go light gray concrete. I think this does actually have a map color, right? Well, presumably it does. Yes, it does. So that's fine. So let's move these down there. And this actually is a solid block, so it's just going to be settings. There we go. Drill tube. So that should be fine. How did you manage to calculate that? Are those just arbitrary numbers? Should we try this? So cable offset. They're not arbitrary numbers? How do you calculate them then? Where even is it? I can't even find it, bro. Here it is. What am I doing? We're going back to the game, yes? I assume this doesn't account for rotation, does it? Well, no, of course it doesn't. Good lord. Okay, so it's going to be very hard to tell if that's working with rotation. Wait. Let's grab this. And I'm also going to get rid of this one, because otherwise it'll be harder to tell. In. Oh, nice. Yeah, so now the only thing really is rotation, which I don't know how it's gonna do that. I think what it should probably do is, like, between rotations, it should come between this here and this here, or this and this, depending on like depending on, you know, the whether or not it's drilling or but yeah, that's good. Okay. I mean, you can have a go. It would be appreciated if you can figure it out. But good luck. I don't think that will be easy. At least. Okay. So. Don't keep getting locked in my air wheel. Hello, Jack Andy. Welcome to the stream. Let's quickly go ahead and add this to the Lang and also do the model for it. And then we'll test out. Well, we can't really test out anything, I guess. Can we? Okay. Yeah, because we kind of need a block model. I guess we could do that because it's not going to be that hard. So let's go to data gen. There we go, and we'll do the loot table first. So we'll do add drop, block init, dot. What was it called? Drill tube. There you go. And we'll add that to here. So, oh no, I'm not adding it to block tags yet. That's kind of a later thing I wanted to do. And then I'm going to add block init. And we're going to add the drill tube. And then we're going to do model. And for this, I'm basically just going to register the item model, like with the oh, but I need to do the drill tube first, of course. So I think I'm just going to be registering a state for that, and then my model will just be a block bench model, I think. And then we're going to do the item model for the drill head. I'm going to just copy this one because that's perfectly fine. So we'll do that, and then we'll do block builder drill head. There we go. And then probably should do recipes, but I'm terrible at coming up with recipes, so that's going to be a future thing. Should we quickly try and do a model for the drill tube, I guess? I suppose so, why not? It's not going to be anything crazy, so... Java block item, yes, because it doesn't need to do any rendering shenanigans. So effectively... I don't really know how big to make the thing. Sure, we'll make it 4x4. Then I would duplicate this, scale it down. Okay. Oh, I've messed that up. Like that. Grab all of these, and I'm going to scale it up to be 16 high. That's basically all this block is going to look like. I guess I also do want a bottom variant or something. I can't be bothered. It's fine. We'll do that later. Because I think I'm going to do something different for the bottom anyways. What is the tech mod about? It's basically just a tech mod. Honestly. There isn't much to say about it, really. If you haven't seen what we've got so far, I would recommend you go back to the very start of the stream and just watch the first 5 minutes-ish. Because I give, I think, a pretty good explanation of all the features there. In terms of like future features, I'm not sure how far I want to go. I kind of want to go nuclear at some point, because I think that would be very cool. And I also want to make it somewhat realistic nuclear, not just a box, you know. Because yeah, boxes are not great. But we'll see. I'm obviously no nuclear engineer, so I probably won't get it perfectly fine, you know. And then, yeah, basically, like, ore processing is going to exist, of course, like every tech mod, really. I'm not going to go too complex, but I do want to kind of go somewhat the mechanism slash regtech-ish route of chemical processing, rather than just, like, grinding it up. Because I think that's more fun for everyone. And then, yeah, I haven't really planned it out a huge amount, to be honest. I probably should have planned it out more, but we're kind of just going along as it is. I have honestly never played Nuclearcraft. I don't know how that mod works. Is that the one that has the actual, like, cooling towers and stuff? I know there is one that you have to have cooling towers. I don't know if that's... I think it was quite an old mod, to be fair. No, Mechanism doesn't have cooling towers. What do you mean? Well, no. No, Mechanism doesn't have cooling towers. Mechanism, you just have the steam turbine, which is questionable. Why do I have to restart? What have I changed? What did I change? Does anyone remember what I changed? Oh, I added the data gen for the item model, which uses a lambda. But yes, I do have to restart. That's great. We can close this for now because that's not important anymore. Oh, and by the way, if anyone was curious, this mod is going to be kind of the base for ByteBank. So if anyone recalls, I did do the one stream developing ByteBank, which is my storage mod. I'm basically building this mod as like a base, and I will eventually build ByteBank on top of this. Is the plan, basically. Because it just requires so many things like lithium for batteries or plastic for PCBs and stuff like that. Is all kind of going to come from here. So that's why I've decided on doing it that way. This hasn't worked, has it? Oh, because I forgot to run data gen. What a doofus. Yeah, sure, ask away. But if it's a modding question, I would probably recommend you ask it in the Discord, because we're probably not going to have time to troubleshoot a modding question on stream. But if it is just a simple question, then I can probably answer it on stream. Here we go. So if we just reload. Yes, that has kind of not worked, actually. Never mind. Will nuclear weapons and such be made real? I'm not sure how, if or how I'm gonna do nuclear weapons. I probably will do them if I get into nuclear. I'm not sure. But they will be somewhat realistic. Yeah, they're not going to be like, yeah, it's not just going to be uranium and iron. There'll probably be some kind of like weapon workbench, or you have to like give it stuff. I don't know. Nuclear craft is more about creating different fusion reactors, which makes an output element which you can use to create bigger and more efficient reactors. Interesting. I would probably go kind of... Yeah, that's interesting. I guess the question is... Yeah, see, that's fusion, I guess. I'm not sure if I'm going to do fusion, just because, obviously, it is kind of highly unrealistic. I will definitely do fission. I'm not going to guarantee fusion, though. I'm not sure. We'll see. Should I write opaque true after abstract block.settings.create? No. If you want transparency, but I guess the question, if you want is it transparency that you want, or is it like this, right? Like, is it a custom model like this, or is it transparency like I actually don't have anything. Sure, this kind of has transparency, I guess. Or is it like... Never mind, it doesn't. Is it like this, right? So it's like cut out. Or is it like this? So what you actually want... Oh, okay. Yeah, what you want then is you actually have to register it as a transparent block. So... if I remember correctly, which I probably don't, to be honest, but we'll have a look. You can register a translucent or a transparent block. Here you go, it actually does come up. So translucent is like tinted glass, whereas transparent would be normal glass. So you can register like transparent block. Example transparent block, like that. And yeah, you do need to add a non-opaque, so that's kind of important. And then also in your client, you will need to add where is it? I can't see it. Here it is. You need to add block render layer map dot instance dot put blocks render layer dot cut out or translucent if you're doing the translucent one, and then your example transparent block, like that. I feel like this music is very loud. It's loud for me. I'll turn my headphones down, because actually it doesn't look that loud on the thing. But yeah, that's basically what you got to do. You got to register it as a transparent block, and you need to add non-opaque to your abstract block.settings, and then in your client class you need to add this. And then if it's translucent, you basically just swap cut out for translucent, and you swap transparent block for translucent block. Which I'm pretty sure is exactly the same in terms of like, yeah. So, oh god, basically that would be the other option. So pretty cool. Will you add? Okay, is YEI something new, or do you mean JEI? I wouldn't be surprised if YEI is actually a thing. What is YEI? Is that actually a thing? Or have you just spelled it wrong? Because I really wouldn't be surprised. Okay, you do mean JEI. Yes, I will add JEI, and also... What's the other one? EMI, is it? JEI and EMI? I think EMI is the one that's on Fabric, isn't it? EMI... I think it's EMI. Yes, EMI is the basically Fabric thing. REI? Oh yeah, there's REI too, isn't there? It's REI, JEI, and EMI. I mean, it's probably trivial to add support for all of them, to be fair, because they are relatively similar. But that's probably not a right now thing anyways. That will probably be soon, maybe? I guess? No, I don't really want to do that soon, and the reason is because kind of all my UIs are very temporary. Like, great example, the drill. This UI is extremely temporary. I mean, this wouldn't show up in JEI anyway, fair, because there's no like recipe. But like, I've probably lost it. Oh no, it's over. Why did I go so far away, bro? I could have just gone up there. So lazy. Anti-lazy. But like Crusher, I guess this is probably permanent-ish. I guess I could do like JEI for this. Alloy Furnace probably isn't going to change either. I guess I could, to be fair. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Yeah, we will see. What was I doing, by the way? Oh, yes, I wanted to figure out why this isn't working. Because I thought I added it to the lang. I guess not. Data gen, here we go. English language provider. Add blockinit.geotube. Oh, this is the head. That's why it's not working. Here we go. Drill head and block builder drill head. I don't know why I hot swapped that because that's not going to change anything. Are the towers normal above the drills or miss them? You mean? Oh, you mean the? Ignore that. Wait. Yeah, ignore these. This is just when I didn't invert the Y position. So it started placing them at the top of the world instead of at the bottom of the world. It's fine, it doesn't do that now. Please collab with Vic4Games and make a war mod. That sounds like a lot of work, and I don't know who Vic4Games is. Who is this?
Hi, what's up? It's been a while.
Interesting. I will probably not do that though, because one, I don't really have time to do something like that, and also two, I'm not a huge fan of like war mod, I guess, or like gun mods in general. I don't think it's very Minecrafty. Like, whilst I will probably add some kind of nuclear weapon to Industria at some point, maybe in the future, it's more going to be on the scale of like adding, well, I don't want to say TNT because it's obviously not going to be on the scale of TNT, but like it's not going to be something you just like throw at someone, close them up. It's not going to be something you can drop out of a plane or something like that. It's not on that kind of scale, you know. So yeah, probably not is basically the point. Okay, that's worked. Why can't I see the model though? The model is for some reason not rendering, which is weird. Here we go. Block builder, drill head. Should be fine. I think, unless I'm missing. Oh no, I'm not. Wait, this is not fine. I need to add it in. Here, right? Do I? I think so. Client data. No, I have to do something. What do I have to do? Register doesn't. It does it. There's something I have to do to get it to use that instead of the default one. I completely forgot how you do it. Okay, what I can do is I can find usages of Railhead, and I can just see, yeah, there it is. It was hidden. So basically just copy this and replace it with this one. And basically I think I probably have to actually restart the game for this. But that should mean that that's now also rendered, which should be good. And I think that's probably going to be it for this stream. Once we're done with that. I think we've actually got a reasonable amount done, right? We can test the model too. Oh, what I should do... should do is the drill tube. I should create a texture. Tube, there we go. Box UV, sure. Matter, but sure. Let's grab those. Let's add them to a group. I will just call that main. Go. Drill tube, industrial textures, block, drill tube. Oh yeah, almost done with the rotation. Nice. I have no idea how you've managed to do that, but that is very good. Oh, also X. Okay, well, we'll continue for a little while, but I'm not going to stream for too long. Kind of probably 10 PM will be like the latest that I will end. So sometime before that, basically. So that's that, and then I wanted to do the voxel shape, so I'm going to export voxel shape for fabric, and we'll go source main Java dev Industria, and I'll put it in there. Go, so we can close that, and we can just grab that from here. Think of that. Go, and in it, lock in it, yes. That means I am going to need a class for the drill tube. So drill tube block, which I'm probably going to need anyways, actually, because I am going to want to say non-opaque, like that. Drill tube block. Do you think you can implement space satellites? Probably. My question more though is why? Like why? You know? It sounds like a fun idea, but what is that used for? I also guess it depends how you would want that to work exactly, because it can't, like, you know, the Minecraft world is obviously not, you know, a sphere, so it's not gonna like move. But then I guess the sky is somewhat meant to be spherical, I guess, because the sun moves in a sphere. So I guess maybe that's like would be cool for the storage mod. That's actually a pretty good idea. But like instead of just having like a wireless transmitter block, you actually have to have a satellite and like some kind of receiver. That'd be pretty cool, actually. That is actually a very cool idea. I don't really know how. The problem with something like that is you would have to actually like build like a rocket ship to put the satellite into orbit, which I feel like is very out of scope. I don't know. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. I'm not going to cross it off as like a possibility, but it does sound like a fun idea. And then maybe you could have like satellites with like a big camera on it or something. You could like transport the signal to like a screen or something. I don't know. I guess there's lots of possibilities for where that could go, right? To be honest, if I was to do something like that, I'd probably make that an add-on. Like I'm going to do a bike bank, basically. It would be something, it would be a separate mod that depends on Industria. Is probably how I would do that. Because I think that kind of makes sense to do it that way, rather than have that kind of thing in Industria. Because otherwise the scope of Industria just becomes massive. Even for like adding nukes, right? I would probably make that a separate mod even, because most people probably wouldn't want nukes. But for the few people that might, you know, that would probably be a separate mod. So I guess there's lots of possibilities, right? Like with Mekanism, how you have the Mekanism generators, and you've got Mekanism tools, that kind of thing is kind of the route I'm thinking of going down, but like a little more broad than that. Like, it would be like Bike Bank is a completely separate mod, not just Industria storage necessarily. You know. What was I doing? I was doing something, right? Oh yes, I was creating the block class, of course. Don't know how I completely forgot. So yes, that's that, and then that's that there. So if we now, do we need to run data gen? Don't think so. We just need to run the client. I mean, making a space mod, as crazy as it sounds, I don't think would be that hard. Realistically, right? Like basically what you're doing is you have an entity, right, that you can ride, right, which is the spaceship. When you put in fuel, which is just a liquid, right, so the entity can store a fluid tank, right? You start it up, so, you know, a button in a GUI, and all the entity would do is just move upwards, and because you're riding the entity, you would move up with it, so that's not an issue. And then once you get above the build height, it would just teleport you to a new dimension, which would have, I guess the hard part is then obviously rendering the planets, right? That's the hardest part of a space mod, technically. But it also wouldn't be too bad. I mean, you basically just be copying vanilla in terms of like the sun and the moon. The stars you could copy. So, and then obviously the planets, I guess, are just dimensions, right? But it wouldn't be that hard, honestly. I say that, I mean, it would take a while, of course. But I don't think it's necessarily actually as hard as you might consider it to be. And what was I testing? Oh, right, of course. Duh. I was testing this. Why does it not have an item model, though? That's interesting. Interesting? Very interesting. Data gen. Model provider. Do I need to actually register a model for that? So like, yeah, I probably just need to register parented item model. So, register parented item. Wait, why have I done the pump jack? Is the pump jack what I meant to do? I didn't mean to do that, did I? I meant to do drill tube. And that's meant to be drill tube. Drill tube, like that. I think that's what I meant to do. Unless simple state automatically does the item model, but I assume it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't, because that's so if I just run data gen. I do not know what an ender pearl cannon is. Is it the thing where you put like an ender pearl on the bubble column thing? I feel like that's something I've seen once. I don't know. I don't really... I honestly don't know much about vanilla. It's actually kind of shocking. Or in terms of like niche things like that, I don't know much. So... But I assume that's what you mean? Oh yes, there we go. So nice. Now you've got drill tubes. So basically, what you will do is you'll fill this up with drill tubes, right? And then you start. That'll go down all the way to the bottom, and when it reaches the bottom, it's going to start placing these drill tubes. So I'm going to do tick rate 100, make it go a little faster. And I should take this off the screen because obviously then you can see double screen. Not her. So that's just going to break all the blocks that were there previously. That's fine. Okay, it's placing them. Let's see. Probably have to fill it up with another stack. Oh, no, it shouldn't. It shouldn't actually need 3 stacks. Okay. So, if I now do that, that's actually really weird. You can actually see all the way down. I need a zoom mod, but you can actually, that's kind of cool. You can actually like select, oops, specific ones. I don't know why that's kind of crazy. It's not really that crazy. I mean, it makes sense, but anyways, that's very weird. What if I like I'll try something. What is that? Why is there light here? Oh, there's a cave. I see. That's weird. Oh no. No, no, no. I mean, okay, let's do this. Back to what was it? 100, I think I had it on before. I moved way too fast, bro. What I wanted to do was come all the way down to the bottom. Like that. And then I just wanted to try something. I don't know. You might not even be able to see it, but I'm just curious if you can actually see it from the top or not. I don't think so. I think it is just too... Oh no, you can! You can actually see it. That's weird. That's very weird. Quick question. What does the drill do with water or liquid? Well, it depends, basically. So, let's come to something more reasonable again. So, it depends on the drill head. So... I need to fix this item model as well. But basically, the default drill head will not work in water. It will just come straight back up. Go remote that real quick. So if this reaches water, it will just go down and then it will start coming back up. However, where's the drill gone? There it is. The builder drill head will actually work in water. Now my idea is that maybe you can like make some kind of waterproofing for this one. Or something. The thing is what I'm thinking, right? There's kind of no point to actually having this one. Like, it goes down, it breaks the blocks, but it doesn't do anything. And this one kind of does the same thing. It just goes down and then it comes... This one actually... See, what I mean is there's no reason you would ever choose this one over this one, because this one can do everything that this one does. Also, I noticed that apparently it spins only when you open the UI. I didn't know that. I don't know why it does that, by the way. So yeah, I need to basically find a reason to use this one. I don't really know why you would use this one though. Also, quick question. These do rotate, right? Yes. Okay. Oh, I should also make it. You can't put a stack in there. You can only put one in there. Maybe with the simple you can break obsidian or harden block. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Or what I could do is that basically you only have the simple one. So I would just rename it to like drill head, right? And then maybe instead of having a completely separate item, you can just basically upgrade this one. So you can add like a diamond tip. You can add some building thing to it. You can add some fluid thing to it, right? Some kind of waterproofing. And instead of actually making it a different item, maybe it just adds like a data component to it. Maybe that would be better, honestly. than having like a bunch of different drill heads. I'm not sure. But that way you could have different I mean, you'd always want the best combination, but maybe you can't have like water and fire immune and you have to like pick one, or you know, that kind of thing is what I'm thinking. I'm not sure. Maybe that would be a better system, basically, is what I'm thinking. Rather than having just a bunch of different drill heads that all have like really niche purposes. Instead, you can just choose to upgrade the upgrade you want, you know? Maybe that would be better. Anyways, I think that's basically going to be it for this stream. I don't think Basti's going to be done anytime soon. Trying to figure out his math for the drill. Because you're done? No way you're done, bro. Damn. Bro's actually done math. That's crazy. Let's try it. Sure, we'll do a recap at the very end. We're gonna try this first though, because I'm very curious if he actually got this to work. Sure, I'll just copy the whole thing for now. I have it all on GitHub anyways. So is it this? No, it's not this, is it? Oh no, it is this. Where's the offset? Oh right, I see, he's doing it completely different. Okay. So okay. So if I hopefully can hot swap that, I guess. I don't see why not. Okay, and then let's go tick rate back down to 20, because otherwise that's obviously going to be a little bit too fast. We'll just do this one. Doesn't really matter. We'll run it. And working? Interesting. Yeah, I think it's just too fast, really. Right? Like if I look at the retraction, okay, we'll wait for it to. Actually, I can just force it through. It's exactly the same, Basti. It's exactly the same. It's just in reverse. Why does it look like the model is duplicated though? Very weird. I feel like it is actually duplicated. It genuinely might be, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's better than what I had. It's better than what I had before. Oh, now it's really bugging out. What's happened now? What on earth? Interesting. Anyways. That's pretty good, Basti. I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll have to look into getting that a little better. Probably fine-tuning the actual speed as well would probably help, because it is a questionable speed at the moment. Okay, so recap. I guess, should I do a full recap? You guys want a full recap of everything? or only things we've done in the stream. What should we do? I think we'll only... yeah, we only need to do things we've done in the stream, I think. But what have we done? Well, that's a wonderful question, and I actually don't remember. We have... What did we do first? We did something with the drill, right? Ah, yeah, I see what you mean, Basti. Yeah, the last 2 seconds look good. What have we done? Okay, well... What did we actually do? Oh, real quick. I did want to do the stack limits for the motor and for the drill heads. Real quick. So how do we do that? I think we can just do that here. Wait. Oh, that's that. Okay. So I think we can do size or stack size. Yeah, here we go. Max count per stack, and we can just say 1. There we go. And I don't need to do that with the... Oh. Oh, no, not that one. Not that one. That needs to be on the motor. There we go. And then I guess also for the drill head, but it doesn't really matter. Sure. There we go. So what have we done? Well, we... Oh my god, what did we do? Why don't I remember? I'm gonna look at GitHub because I committed some of it, didn't I? So I can look at what I committed. Yes, of course, bro, of course, we did that this stream. Oh my god. So yes, we actually did the rotation of this, of the spinning rod. We did that this stream. And then we also yeah, we fixed some of the actual pivot points of these because they were a bit messed up apparently. And then yeah, that was what we did the first part. Then we also made it so the buttons will not... Oh, in fact, we actually added the motor slot, didn't we? I believe. Did we? No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We didn't do that. We did that last time. But we made it so that if it doesn't have a motor, then these slots are both going to be disabled. And when you put a motor in, it enables them. So we did that. And we also made it so that it wouldn't run without a motor in there. So it would just completely stop if it doesn't have a motor. What else did we do? Oh, we also fixed the retracting thing because it didn't actually save or sync either whether or not it's currently retracting the drill, which is obviously quite important. And we also fixed the overflow methods here because these weren't working. So we fixed spillage and pause as well. That's what we did the first half of the stream, and then the second half we did the next drill head, which was this one. We did the block builder drill head, which as it comes back up, it goes ahead and places blocks, which are blocks from these 3 slots here. And then we added the drill tube block, which basically is going to be the block which you actually are going to use, basically. Looks very weird. Quite cool, though, I will say. It looks quite cool. And I think that's everything, right? Oh, and Basti did the wire thing, of course, which we just spoke. What has happened there? I think you broke the X position. Unless I did that, maybe I did that actually, but regardless, that needs fixing. I think that's everything we did, right? Am I forgetting something? I think so. I think that's everything. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. That's fine. We did fix... Oh, should we quickly try and fix this so we can actually see the drill item model? I think I know exactly why it's doing that. Yes, it's this right here, because there's no world in the item stack renderer. So I can basically do that and then just say here, world.getBottomY, so I can say world is equal null, then 0, or world.getBottomY. And then also down here, I wanted to say if blockEntity.world is equal null, then it's 64, or blockEntity.world .get height, basically, which just means that that's not going to disappear when we go to the bottom of the world or anything like it used to. So that would just fix both of those things, minor things, but that should basically get that to work. Yeah, there you go. Now we have the drill model, and also when it's at the bottom of the world, we should still be able to see it. So if I do tick rate 200, and we'll just follow it down. It's very fast. Yeah, we can still see it, so it doesn't disappear out of view anymore. So nice. That's basically everything. I don't know when I will stream again. Maybe tomorrow, actually. I guess I can stream tomorrow, and possibly Wednesday too, and possibly Thursday. You might get a stream every day of this week. Because I'll probably stream on Friday as well. I'm not sure about Saturday or Sunday as right now, but tomorrow I will probably stream. Wednesday I will probably stream. Friday I will probably stream. I don't know about Thursday. Maybe. We'll see, but it's probably not going to be at the same time. Wednesday is probably going to be a bit earlier. Tomorrow might be a little bit later. So yeah, I think that's fine. I'll probably schedule those after this stream. I'll get those scheduled, so I'll get Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday scheduled. And then I'm not sure about Thursday. I'll have to have a look to see whether or not I can stream on Thursday. I honestly could do like a morning stream on Thursday. But I don't think anyone would watch that because I doubt you guys are up in the morning. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But that's going to be it for this stream. So obviously, I hope you guys enjoyed. We didn't do anything too crazy this stream, I guess, but hopefully very soon we're going to be done with the drill. I mean, I guess we're done with the drill now, right? Effectively, other than like changing to the upgrade system for the head, which I do want to kind of do. I think that's probably a good idea. But other than that, we're basically done. Yeah, then basically the last thing that we're going to need to do for the drill is we're going to need to make it so that these tubes actually do something, and we also need to make it so that it can accept power. So we'll probably do power in the next stream, so you can connect power to anywhere in the multi-block and it will basically draw a cable up to the motor. So that'll probably be the next stream, I think. But anyways, I will see you all tomorrow at 7. We'll do 7 again because 7's just an easy time to do. So yeah, I will see you all in the next stream. Goodbye.